on, fellow junkies, and welcome back. Horror Junkies 509, Kyle the 13th, coming at you again. So, what's going on, you fellow horror hooligans? Today, finally getting back into my alphabet series, you guys, of reviews. I hope you enjoyed my last two videos on action figures and action figure accessories. Hopefully that was a good time for you guys, but now we're getting to the point where I really want to get this alphabet series done, so I'm really going to try and, kick it up a notch and try and get these done. Today is brought to you by the letter V. If you guys haven't checked out the last alphabet series, I got an entire playlist of them all. I put them all in there, so if you want to go find them all, they'll be right there for you. I probably got to update it a little bit, so some of the other ones might not be in there yet. But, like I said, Horror Junkies 509, of course, you already know that. The Junkie movie reviews today is brought to you by the letter V. And so what am I reviewing today? I'm going to review 1981's Venom. Okay, you guys, so it was between this and Victor Crowley. I just recently watched Victor Crowley again, and I don't know, I just didn't feel like watching it again, so I went with Venom. I've only watched this movie once, now twice. So I'm going to go ahead with this one, and it's right there with my snake fetish, whatever you want to call it, my obsession, whatever's going on. So, let's get right into this, you guys. This is directed by, as you guys know, I'll probably go ahead and butcher some of these names, but that's alright. That's what we do around here. Directed by Pierce Haggard. I do not recognize anything else he has done, whether it's horror or anything. Yeah, so not much from him, but we do have a couple familiar faces in this one, horror-related, which is the best way to go. Let's see if I can say this guy's name. Klaus Kinski. We know him from Schizoid, which is a damn good movie. I do have that one in a double pack, but, it is what it is. Next one I want to talk about is Oliver Reed. We know him from Spasms, which I just recently watched. It's another snake movie, ironic as that is to say. But he's also in Gladiator, which is in horror, but, it's a damn good movie. Alright, guys, so to go ahead and get right into this plot, pretty simple plot, I'm going to go ahead and say. It takes place in London. There's this little kid who's infatuated with animals. He has asthma, and his mom's going away to go see her husband. He's been away for a while, so she's going to go visit him. So the kid's staying with the chauffeur, the nanny, and the grandpa. So the grandpa kind of runs interference with the nanny so the kid can get away and go to the pet store, which he has a snake waiting for him. So he goes there, picks up the snake, and brings it home. As we in between all this, we kind of find out that there was another snake there that the toxicology place was supposed to get. It was a black mamba. They were going to do some tests on the black mamba venom and try and, make sure that they can cure its bite. So we were basically led to believe that the kid ended up with the black mamba because they have the harmless snake that the kid was supposed to get. So the nanny... when the kid gets home, the nanny goes crazy. She's trying to get him kidnapped by her husband or boyfriend or whatever it is, because, they want to hold him up for ransom because they're well off. So the kid books it, runs upstairs, he says he has to put the snake away, and the nanny's like, fine, I'll help you. And the kid is opening the box, the nanny gets scissors, cuts the string off, and this black mamba hops out of this box and bites her right in the fucking face, which is just awesome and so satisfying because, she's a dirty little haggard, which is funny because that's the director's last name. So, continuing on, you guys, basically the rest of the movie, you see the girl who got bit in the face. Spoiler alert, but this came out in 1981, you guys. She does die, and it's a very gruesome death, and they did a really good job with it. Really happy with how they went about that. Excuse me, but continuing on, basically the rest of the movie is the two guys that were trying to kidnap the kid, trying to keep him inside. There's cops outside. It's a hostage standoff. They're trying to get out with the kid, so they can get their ransom still. And the snake is just slithering around and just causing crazy upcomings, like just being a dick. Because black mamas are known to be very active, and they freaking just attack anything. They're a-holes. So this is not the first Black Mamba movie I've ever reviewed. If you guys want to look back at the Junkie movie reviews, episode S, I did a movie called Serpent. But back to this, I'm going to go ahead and say that's basically the gist of this movie, because the rest of the movie is just kind of taking place in the house, and them trying not to get bitten by the snake. So, likes and dislikes of this movie, you guys. I like this movie quite a bit. So, likes, a breath of fresh air, you guys. I've seen so many snake movies, and they're always the big, giant anaconda, python, what have you. Just the big snakes. This is just a regular size snake, even though black mambas are pretty big for a normal size snake. It's just kind of nice to see something that isn't bigger than you taking you out. So this was a nice breath of fresh air for me. I really enjoyed this movie. Next thing I really liked, they use a real black mamba in some of the shots. Obviously not interacting with the people because that's very dangerous, but you know, like when they have shots of them slithering through the vents and stuff like that, yeah, real black mamba, which I thought was really cool. Brought a really cool aspect to this movie, and I think knowing that it's real is just a little bit more scary. Because, you know, it's not CGI, it's not a rubber snake always, but, you know, but they had someone on set that was the handler, so, I mean, they kind of mentioned at the end of it, which is kind of cool. Last thing I got on here is snake vision, which I thought was kind of cool because sometimes when you didn't see the snake slithering through the vents, you were the snake. So you were kind of seeing a snake through the vents, you saw what the snake saw, kind of like when they do that with Michael Myers in Halloween 1. I always like that when they take the perspective of the killer, whether it be Michael Myers or a snake, what have you. But other thing I wanted to mention was the kill to the girl that got bit in the face. I mean, I was just really happy the way they did that. It was very believable. So, getting into my dislikes, you guys, this movie is pretty exciting if you're into it. But I'm just going to say this, I don't particularly believe this, but I can see how it can be taken as this. It's a little bit of a slow burn. I'm mostly into it just because I love the snake. I can't wait to see the snake, so I'm invested in it. But I have a feeling if anyone else watches this, they're going to think it's a little bit of a slow burn, kind of in between the snake and like, you know, you go see outside and see what the cops are talking about, you know, trying to get the kid out safely and all this stuff. But overall, you guys, I think it's a very solid film. If you guys, any of you out there are snake hounds like myself, this is definitely a pickup for you, I would say. What do I rate this movie, you guys? Out of 10, I'm going to go ahead and give this a solid 7. I feel very comfortable with that rating. Just in case if you guys needed to know that, my comfortability scale. 7 out of 10 for me, you guys. Biggest things that it's lacking is just a little, I would like to see a little more snake action. But overall, I feel like they do a very well-rounded job with it. You know, just kind of cut out a lot of the mumbo-jumbo jargon. But I guess, you know, you got to see what's going on to how they're going to save this kid and stuff like that. So it's all necessary, but I mean, I kind of wish we cut down on a little bit of the boring parts. I've watched it twice. I haven't fallen asleep either time, so that's a good sign for me. So that's 1981's, you guys. Venom. If it sounds good for you, I definitely say this should be a pickup. I got a pretty cool Blue Underground copy of this. I think it's, of course, it's on VHS and everything else that you might be able to find. I don't know the rarity of it, you guys, but as far as that, you guys, that's my review. Now, kind of mention the rest of my Junkie movie reviews for the Alphabet series. After the Alphabet series, you guys, I will be continuing, but I'll be able to do reviews if you guys recommend me some, which I've gotten a few recommendations so far, but I really, really want to finish the Alphabet series first. So, I'm doing that. So, V's done. I got W, I got X, and I got Y, and I got Z. Okay, W, decent. I got a couple movies I can pick from. X, I have one. Y, I got one, and Z, I got a couple of them. So, I mean, next reviews are, I don't want to say stale, but my choices are a little stale to me. So, hopefully you guys will stick with me just until I finish this up. I'm going to kind of kick it into overdrive, and so I can get these done. I can't wait to have this done, just so I don't have it hanging over my head anymore. It's been one of those things. But that's going to do it for me, you guys. I really hope you like this review, and if you want to see more just like this, check out that playlist I made, A all the way through V now. So, that's going to do it for me. Horror Junkies 519. This horror hooligan is signing out. Just until next time, you guys. And I hope you guys are having a killer day out there. And you already know it. I've been sentenced to life. I am a horror lifer. You guys have a killer day.